Longtime Browns beat reporter Tony Grossi. Shedeur Sanders and the Browns quarterback room.
They can't repeat the blunder of last year and just start the year in a haze. They have to be assertive, and I think Monken will, in however they choose their starting quarterback. Give him enough time to prepare for the season.
Do you think there'll be a competition?
I do, Riz, because I don't think there's a clear-cut number one. I think the change in coaching is good for Shedeur. There's a fresh set of eyes there. But I wouldn't discount Watson. We don't know what he's going to look like.
So what about Gabriel? Does he have any shot at this point?
Come on. I would say he's the long shot.
So, Casey, what do you think about the quarterback room? Do they get a veteran? Do you like one later in the draft that potentially you can develop?
This is a tough draft. If you're looking, you could get an experimental dart throw later like Taylon Green or someone from Arkansas, but that's not someone you're going to be able to count on week one. That is a long-term project. And I'd be in favor if you wanted to go that route and get someone to stash on the roster and build them up. But this, Grossi's assessment there is pretty spot on. Like we don't know what Watson is. We don't know what Monken's thoughts are on Watson. I think that's probably the biggest thing. You know, how does he value his skill set? What does Watson look like when he returns, when he's in the building physically? Does he look like he has the juice? Because I know what we saw in 2024 wasn't it. You know, he did, because he's someone who relies on athleticism to extend plays, and if it's not there, then it's kind of dead on arrival. But we know he likes what he sees in Shedeur. You know, we know that he tried to get him to recruit him to Georgia. We know that he tried to draft him in Baltimore. So he definitely sees something there. So for me, that tells me he has a vision of what it could look like. Now, then can you get it to that level? You know, because I do believe there is no clear-cut starter. So what happens, you know, in this spring and what they're able to do in the building is going to go a long way. If it's me, I'm getting Malik Willis from Green Bay. I know that price tag is going to keep rising, but like, I see a starting level quarterback in that right away. Now, I also know that everyone that was hired in Miami came from Green Bay, so I think you're going to have a lot of competition there. But if I'm just looking to have a clear-cut starter day one, I would go with Malik Willis. Other than that, it's going to be a competition.
Well, again, we'll see. The body of work with Malik Willis is really short. The one thing I would say relative to the Shedeur people out there, because Monken wanted to draft him in the 5th round when he had Lamar Jackson, don't assume he thinks he's ready to play. Yeah. He just thinks he can mold that, is what he was thinking. So that's what I would say relative to that.